on the low. Keep it on the low. Keep it on the low. Hush, hush. Shayla pants. Hamba pants. Keep it on the low. Keep it on the low, Mdansekai. The more extravagant we live, the more we expose ourselves to ridicule. The more exposed you are, the more people have got opinions on what you are exposing them to. The richer a person lives, the more likely they are going to be used for their money. The more exposed you are, the more you're exposing yourself to a life of having to keep up with the Joneses. Because now you're posting things on Instagram. Now you're showing Lefatikal Fela what you have. Now you're showing Lefatikal Fela that you're doing well. Now you're showing the whole world how successful, how materialist, how much materialistic things you've acquired. It's up to you. We're not gonna have any opinion, any barking. Rekaso botse next kinyo ya gao. Rekaso jwetse go nyo ya tshwantsho Spanish se jwang. Angeke sikutshele ukuthi imali yakho kumele uyisebenzise kanjani. After all, it's your money. You've worked hard for it. After all, it's your success. You've worked hard for it, and you deserve every cent of it. But let me tell you, Mtanseka, living low-key allows one to appreciate life without any extravagance. And in order to escape a life which is ruled by keeping up with the Joneses, it is easier and it is simple to just keep quiet. Sometimes even if you're doing well, people, they don't have to know much. Whether you're doing well or that well, or whether you don't have money. Just be average. Look clean, look okay, look nice. But I guess I'm not one to come and give people advice here, because I'm also part of the guilty party. I come from the entertainment industry, and I've had my days when one has had to be living a life of being in the public eye, being conspicuous, buying sports cars, buying expensive cars, being out there, being in front of people, wearing expensive clothes, and just always being this flamboyant person. I've lived that life, and I'd rather choose to keep it on the low. And I'm not saying you shouldn't buy expensive things or expensive cars when you can afford them. You'd rather have them, but there's certain places or certain times to pull out those cars, not all the time. Ngicela ubabheke laba abanye ukuthi bayenzani. Nabaze ema-meetingini banokuvela nangamashoti, nangamakhakhi, nangamabhutho ramakawusa amade, banokuvela ngeyikarinyana nje amabhaki. You know, bari monna ke van. But babone ngama-Sunday, babone ukuthi izindlu zabo zinjani, babone ukuthi baya kuphi for they even go for hunting, babone ukuthi bahlangana kuphi kuboma-Drakensberg Mountains, bavakashele endlini zabo zamampela, kusho ukuthi maye ezangempela nasebazivezile ikari zabo iy'moto lezi bayicollecta ngathi amathoyisi. Abantu abanemali kwempela. Kodwa thina during the week nabaze ema-meetingini baza laphayana nje ngeveninyana ngebhaki, bazigcokela nje ordinary. Umuntu wakhona ngeke umbone ngama-Sunday. Mbone ngama-Sunday nakanabangani bakhe kuboma-Harite BS, or mbone ngama-Sunday nakanabangani bakhe laphana e-Port Alfred. Mbone ngama-Sunday nakanabangani bakhe laphana e-George Garden Route. Mbone laphana ngama-Sunday e-Landadno. Mbone laphana ngama-Sunday e-Camps Bay. Keep it on the low. I'm not saying mele senze izinto ezenziwa abanye abantu. When you are low-key, it's for yourself. It's not for pop culture. It's not for wonke umuntu umphakathi ukuthi azazi isikhwama sakho. Tshwantse ba tsebe hore na le bokae. Tshwantse ba tsebe hore phela jwang. Keep it on the low, ngwana ko gae. Shayela phansi. Everyone is encouraged to consume more in the society that we're living in. Everyone is self-promoting themselves on social media. Criminals are snitching on themselves. They're posting content of themselves are partaking in criminal activities. They're conspicuous. They're out there. Everybody's snitching on themselves. That's the era that we're in now. Guys, all of this leads to a life that is full of people watching each and every move that you make. Expose as tighter. Stop getting yourself too much out there. What they tighter. Some of us who've been in the public eye for like 20 years, we're used to it. Have you ever seen other people? They're so famous that when people don't talk about them, they actually even feel bad. They go out of their way to trend. I'm not saying that's me, but I'm just saying there's people like that. Like they're just so used to being criticized. They're used to being out there, and that's them. But that's not you. Get yourself out there up to a certain extent. Maybe get your talents out there. Get your services out there. Get your brand out there. Get your skills out there. Get your music out there. Get your product out there. Get your company's brand as as a marketing exercise out there. Not necessarily your personal life, and then at a later stage, you're going to be mad at everybody. Guys, why are you getting involved in my personal life? This is my personal, but you let us into it. You started posting about it. You started giving us posts of you in your bedroom. You started giving us posts of you in your bathroom. You started giving us posts of you and your bae and your kids and your husband. You literally got us into your entire life. So now you are begging us to leave you alone. It's your private life. Come on. That's not how this thing works. If you're going to get yourself out there, you're going to get criticized. You're going to get ridiculed. You're going to be promoted. You're going to be celebrated. They're going to clap hands for you, but they're also going to drag you. Some of them are going to be jealous of you. Some of them are going to be proud of you. Some of them are going to be inspired by you. But guys, only get out there what is necessary for you to get out there. The rest of everything else, keep it on the low. Keep it on the low, Mtansekaya. Getting yourself out there too much, keeping up with the Joneses, Instagramming all the time, these Louis Vuittons, these Gucci's, these Chanel's, these expensive cars, these Rolls Royces. Now you're going to have to maintain that lifestyle. Those are some of the things that end up leading to suffering, because one can never live up to the mirror self, which has been portrayed on their social media gram. It is just that gram. It's the gram, Mtansekaya. We're doing it for the gram. Keep it on the low, boy. But baba naling yung kababuya holo. I never wanted to post holo mo social media. O papa ko na mo social media. Papa tina la baba nga na next. Aba ninyo angeke babone. Bayishayela phansi inyuku yabo. Yes, bakhona abanenyuku abakhuluma ngayo that are out there, but majority of people with a lot of money, they want to keep it hush hush. It's actually their girlfriends, maybe, or even their children that post about it a lot. I'm getting an Uber delivery. There's an Uber delivery of somebody's bringing a. I'll continue recording. That's what I love about podcasting. If it was TV, would be saying cut, but because it's not TV, we're not cutting. I'll still take this call and I'll check. We're actually waiting for a delivery of a camera. Uber delivery camera ya na show point. Sure. Do you know what I mean, guys? It's fine. It's fine. Let him cross the camera. He's supposed to have gone to the back, but it's okay. The pin, ne? Okay, let me give you the pin, my brother. Let me give my brother a pin. Come say hi to my subscribers on YouTube. Babingale, let's show them. He's a hustler. I'm about hustling, me. Sure. Sure. Ubani wakuphi?
Ukhulisano kwaSibanda. Uphuma eZimbabwe.
And then tell me about your hustle. When did you join Uber deliveries, and is it a business you're enjoying? How difficult is it? Do you put bread on the table?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Now it's been 3 months now, but there's some difficulties. Other customers on the road is very risky when you are driving a motorbike. Yeah.
And then do you have to buy, the code, by the way, is 2697, eh? 2697, yeah. What is the easiest way for anyone who's unemployed out there, if they would like to become an Uber Eats delivery driver? What are the steps to follow?
Yeah, you can upload your documents. They need a DECRA. You can.
You're showing him on camera, ne? He's showing, ne?
Can you just go and do your fingerprints? I think that's all. Then you upload it on Uber, but now they will take 1 year to approve because the system is got too much drivers now. It's been taking long to get ready to work.
Also, there's a backlog of drivers, so now it's gonna take a long time.
It's gonna take long time.
So you've been doing it for 3 months. How much would you say is the most you've made? What is the most you've made in 1 month?
In 1 month, I can weekly. I can say weekly I can make 3,000 or 3.5.
And this is starting from what time up until what time?
Yeah, today almost. I used to start at 7 o'clock, and then knock off at 8:30.
So that's a 13-hour shift.
Yeah, 13-hour shift. Yeah.
Okay, and then you choose an area. This is an area I'm gonna focus on.
Yeah. For me, I focus on Waterford, Douglas Dale.
Oh, that is in the 4 side. Waterfall or Waterford?
Waterford.
Or next to sorry.
Next to opposite Douglas Dale police station there. There's McDonald there. Yeah, it's quite busy there.
No, that's nice. I'm very proud of you, my brother. I know in Makokoba Zim, I know in PYO. I love Zim. I know I get a lot of love in Zim. What would you like to say to Amachita back home in Zimbabwe?
Ya ngiyababulisa ngithi hayi linjani isikhathi side siyafisa ukuzolibona ngapha kodwa hayi into asihlangani kodwa hayi sizobuye sizolibona nganapha ngoDecember this year. Ngiyajabula ukuhlangana nawe afuna dlala ngibona kuFacebook.
No, mina ngikhuthaza amahasla umsebenzi wami. I'm happy ukubona ukuthi nawe uyahasila uyaziphushela yabo.
Ya ngiyaphusha into engibona le ithi 60 rand ngathi hayi ngiyithatha ithi ngiyideliver. Yeah.
No, ngiyabonga. Asha iselfie ke lapho bazobona ukuthi besisonke bangakuphikisi yabona.
Yeah.
Sure. Jikisa camera da. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. And then tell me what is your dream? What would you like to become? Because I know this is a hustle, but it's a stepping stone to something that you would like to become one day.
Yeah, if izinto zingavuma sihambe kahle nje ngathanda ukuthi ngathola imali ngenze i-driving ngifuna ukudrive ama-trucks la manje ngathola imali ukuthi ngikwazi ukwenza i-license i-class 2 ekhaya ngikwazi ukuthi ngiyedrive ama-trucks.
Awungayi number yakho lapho khona amanye amadoda engiwaziyo onama-truck amaningi abosomabhizinisi mhlambe ngakukhulumela nabo into zakho amaphepha wakho angithi right you are here legally everything yakho imjoja ngithi
Yeah, right. Yeah.
nice one singakhuluma ekamereni bhala wabhalela ngoba bazokufonela abosisa bahle lapha abaku YouTube bazokufonela bathe sikubona uNesibuna lapha yana. Sure, nice one. And then ubani igama?
Ukhulisani.
Awubhuti Khulisani ne. Ngiyabonga kakhulu mfowethu kuzoxoxa nami. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ngokuzo-inspire nama-hustlers wethu amancane young aphushayo lapha nekathi ngithi Uber driver nangiceda lapho bese ngithi trucks. Ngizothi trucks ukuthi ngingakhohlwa ne. Ngizokukhulumela nabafethu and then wena ulungisa into zakho. Ungamangali one day nangikufonela mhlawumbe ungathola ispan sakho ke sokudrive ama truck. Una i-code 14.
Angisakuprocess ukuthi ngiyenze ukuthi ngisahlanganisa imali ukuthi ngiyenze and then sengizofuna umsebenzi man.
Nice one. Khulisani khula mfowethu uNkulunkulu abe nawe. Ngiyabonga ne. Ngiyabonga mfowethu usiphathe. Ngiyabonga. Your one hustle is a stepping stone to your next hustle. Ukasishwele mo. Utloqala mo. Your one hustle mo ileng maybe ke msebetsing about treat hantle kapa msebetsi wa awuratisise hantle mhlamba uthandisisi kahle umsebenzi wakho kodwa ayikho into ongayenza umsebenzi ukuthi ubhadala ama bills ukuthi ukhulisa ingane ekhaya ubhadala irent. It's your stepping stone to your next hustle. Don't look down upon it. And for you to find your next hustle, they're going to find you in that present hustle that you are in. They're not going to find you ubhadlile nje lapha ekhaya. Look, I did a Uber delivery package. Kube 60 rand uyilethela athi uyibone kuyi 60 rand wayithatha. The next thing he knows, sekaringa nosbuda athi uyangifollowa ku Facebook. The next thing he knows, ungitshela idream yakhe. The next thing you know, nami ngikhuluma nabafethu engibaziyo abosomabhizinisi abadriver aba-own ama-trucker mhlawumbe angagcina sekathola umsebenzi impilo yakhe seyashintsha. Khona manje is also not doing badly for himself. He's an Uber delivery driver, but he's working hard. He's starting in the morning. He's finishing at, he says his shift is about 13.5 hour shift. He starts at 7 up until 8:30 in the evenings. And he says he makes at least around 3,000 a week. That's 36, 9, 12. That's 12K. That's not bad. I know it's not a lot of money, but it's not bad. It's unlike just sitting at home. But guys, coming back to the topic, ungaphaphalazi uexpose zonke into zakho ku social media. Abantu banomona, abantu thina ke ngoba online sizokhomenta, sizokriticize abanye, sizokudrega, abanye thola ukuthi it's not personal, but those things might end up hurting you. That's why other people end up going down the drain of depression, because they cut themselves out there so much that now they can't keep up with the image that they've been putting out there, and they're getting a lot of negative criticism from the public. They can't hold on anymore, or they can't handle it anymore, and they can't even switch off their phones and put them away so they can keep it on the low, so they can cool down, so they can connect with nature, they can read books, they can eat healthy foods, go to the gym, do healthy things, man, and get yourself out of the social media. Abanye abantu abakhona ukwenza kanjalo bagcina bazibulala just because of little things. They didn't keep it on the low. Keep it on the low. Keep it on the low njengekati. Ikati angeke ulibone nasho inkozo boy. Ukasibona ikati ayishapanthusa dikati kuro it's a king. Keep it on the low. Lelo re ko heno na le nyoko, lo wena o na le nyoko sometimes, yes, o na le nyoko arhane, but keep it on the low. That's my message to you. And for those also that have achieved, I'm not eating you guys jealous. Yes, show us your success. We are inspired. We love seeing your success because you inspire us. But then again, you must know the other side of the coin is also coming. The more you give us, the more we expect. The more we expect, the more you putting yourself under pressure. The more you can't deliver anymore, the more now you're going to have to live a lie. When you live a lie, now you're lying to yourself. And you end up, as I was saying, getting depressed, etc. So you don't want to go down that road. Sometimes, one advice that I got from Munyamazan, shout out to Mr. TK Nziza. He once said to me, Subuda, sometimes akumelanga abantu bacave ukuthi unenyuke ebhaya or awunanyuke ebhaya. Iva average nje. Noma ungazivayela nje nge-BM nyane grand neat. Bakubona uneat, uclean, uyazikapa, ufresh. Hayi ukuthi manje ngathi manje urich, ukuthi ma uphusha ama-Ferrari, mara nje still udecent. Akubonakali na unenyuku or na unganayo. Noma ngabe unayo ibhaya, mara sometimes just keep it on the descent. Yes, once in a while, yeah. There's times where you have to pull up. There's times where you have to pull up. Ukuthi ayazini, enhle kuthingithi nje kayi-one. Because ngiyazi ukuthi ngiyohlangana nezinja zomhlaba. Kumele namhlanje ke ngidonse into yami laphana ngireverse kuzwakala. There are those days, but not ukuthi manje njalo wena kumele usidlise ngamapipe usicindezele. My advice to all you young people out there is get yourself out there as much as you can. If you're pushing your hustle, you're pushing your career, you're pushing your brand, your business, you're pushing your skills or what you can do, that is great. But if it has to do with flossing, it has to do with material things, it has to do with that soft, expensive, luxurious life, think twice before you post it. Think about it before you do it. Keep it on the low. Hamba pants.